10 songs about famous people. Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. This is a thread for Robert Walker, who's asking us to find 10 songs about famous people. Now, I am on my old record kick. I've been neglecting them recently, so I decided that I was going to go through my older records, and whenever I found a person's name in a song title, I was going to pull that. Now, I was somewhat successful, but not 100%. First, we have Glenn Yarbrough with his song, Maddie Down. Now, this is a song about a young girl who falls in love with the wrong person who just drags her down until finally she is left dead in the dirt. So I do not believe that this song was based on a real person.
Lying here by the road.
0 out of 10 so far. Number 2 comes from Nancy Wilson's album Kaleidoscope, and this song is Mr. Bojangles. Now, of course, this is a very famous song. Many people have covered it. But Mr. Bojangles was a real person. His name was Bill Robinson, and he was the most highly paid African-American entertainer in the United States for the first half of the 20th century. However, he died penniless. Now, his story is so tragic. He is responsible for so many firsts in United States history, but ultimately, this is a tragic story. Mr. Bojangles was a real person. So that brings the score of 1 out of 10. My third pick is from Zager and Evans' album in the year 2525. And this song is called Carrie Lynn Javes. If you want to see the back cover, Carrie Lynn Javes. Now, from my research, it doesn't seem like Carrie Lynn Javes is a real person. This is someone that the writer found and was falling in love with.
Carrie Lynn Javes, do you remember us sitting in the shade?
So far, that's 2 people that aren't real. My next pick comes from this Mantovani Latin Rendezvous, and that is going to be the song Maria Elena. Now, I couldn't find much information on this. This is a super famous song, but whether it was based on a real person or not, I couldn't find that. So that was another crap out. My next pick comes from the Kingston Trio, and that's going to be their song Tom Dooley. It's the third song in this album. And ding, 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 I hit a winner. Tom Dooley was based on, the song Tom Dooley is based on the 1866 murder of Laura Foster in Northern California by Tom Dula, D-U-L-A. So this is considered a murder ballad.
Stabbed her with my knife. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley.
So I have 2 out of 10 so far. My next album is from Michelle Lee, L. David Sloan. And this is a song about a guy who is harassing her. She keeps telling L. David Sloan to leave her alone.
David Sloan, give me a break. Save a girl a heartache. Let me learn to hate you.
Whether this L. David Sloan is real or not, or just a fictional character, I couldn't find for sure that he was a real person. Next, I have a live concert by Miss Peggy Lee. And at the end of each side, we have Peggy Lee bow music. Now, that might be a technicality, but Peggy Lee is a real person, and the name of the track is Peggy Lee Bow Music. So, ding, 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 I got 3 out of 10. On a technicality. Next, we have the In Crowd from the Ramsey Lewis Trio. And on this album, we have a jazz version of Spartacus. You can see that's Spartacus. And ding, 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 ding. Spartacus was a real person. He was a Thracian gladiator who was one of the leaders of a slave uprising. And there's a very famous movie starring Kirk Douglas. Okay, we're getting down to the end. I've got 2 left. So my 9th album is The 6 Wives of Henry VIII. And dun dun dun, all 6 were real people. So I could technically get 6 out of this, but I get 1 point for that one. What is that? That makes me up to 4, I think. 4 out of 10. So my last comes from Blossom Dearie and Blossom Dearie on Broadway. This is a double album containing 2 albums inside of it. And the song I picked was Napoleon. Now, Napoleon is from a musical Jamaica, but it tricked me because after picking it, I looked it up and the actual song is called Napoleon is a Pastry. And it's about a pastry, a bread. So I'm not sure Napoleon is a real person, but the song is about a piece of bread, but it's named after a real person. You have to be the judge. Do I get this? Do I get 5 out of 10? Do I at least get half?
Life's a bowl and it's full of cherry pits. Play it big and it throws you for a loop.
So overall, I think Robert Walker and the vinyl community are going to be very disappointed in my entry of 10 songs about famous people because half of my songs weren't even about real people. Thank you for watching and thank you for your support.